Today I'm going to be doing a double-barreled review in the sense that I'm comparing the merits of the curved soprano versus the straight soprano, whilst also exploring the qualities of the Rampone R1 Jazz range in 24-karat gold plating. And it's very useful that in our stocks right now we've got both a straight and a curved soprano in this exact same finish, basically brass with the gold plate, thick gold plating on it. I should point out that this isn't quite a straight soprano sax, it almost is. It's a saxello, meaning it's got this tip here built in and a curve this way, but it more or less has the same playing qualities as a straight soprano. So first of all, let's talk about the pros and cons of straight versus curved. Now, in a straight soprano, for me, the sound is much more veiled, it's a bit darker, a little bit more oboe-like. And in the curved soprano, it's very obviously more bright, more punchy, almost like a sort of natural extension of the alto sax. Certainly in terms of its looks, it's got that curve thing going on, but in terms of its tone, its timbre, it's like a natural pitch and tone extension of the alto sax. And it's amazing, actually, the effect that you get if you take just an alto and tenor and you play into a wall, that immediate slap back effect that you get, that sort of brightness, the same kind of effect can be achieved on a curved soprano. And it's simply just that the sound waves are coming down the saxophone, slapping off the bow section on the curved soprano and coming straight back up right into the ear of the player, and you can really hear that sort of extra brightness in tone. On a more practical level, the way you hold the two instruments is quite different. Some people choose to play the soprano without a sling. Personally, I need a sling just to help with on a more sort of practical strength basis. On a straight soprano, sometimes you can feel a little bit more pinched because you have to have the soprano against your body. Sometimes the sling can interfere a little bit with your right thumb. Actually, less of an issue with the saxello due to this curve here, just giving you a little bit more room here. But on the curved soprano, you can just let the saxophone hang more into your body, like on an alto and tenor, so there's less weight on the right thumb compared to with the straight soprano, where you hold it out a little bit more. Now, Rampone and Casani, as a company, they're famous for producing great soprano saxes. They really excel in this area, in my book. And I love the story of Rampone saxes in that they're truly handcrafted instruments produced in a village called Corno Sotto in the beautiful scenic location of the Italian Alps. And there's a real artisan approach to the way these saxes are made, which I'm sure has a strong appeal to many people. So it's a family-run business. They've passed their skills through many generations. They don't have a massive automated process like some of the big guns. And anyone who buys a Rampone and Casani sax, you can truly say that your saxophone has been handcrafted. It's very unique in that sense. Now, both of these saxes that I'm reviewing have similar ergonomics. For me, the front action feels very good. I have a few subtle issues with some chromatic options. So take the side B flat here. I just find it fractionally close to this bar here, where potentially you could just slightly foul on the B flat bar and not get a true contact with or opening of that particular key. It just takes a little bit of side adjustment with that hand, a bit of getting used to, and you'll soon have that one covered. Also, the palm keys look like they're sort of splayed out a little bit too much and actually sort of coming behind the thumb rest here. And at first it looks a little odd to me, but as soon as I played it, actually it felt very comfortable. So they've obviously designed it to fit the player's hands very nicely. Another little thing I spotted was I thought there was perhaps a little bit too much of a gap in appearance between the E flat and the C key, but actually it's very well designed in that you're playing the E flat, and sax players always want to slide down from the E flat into the C without a hiccup. That's actually a very smooth transition there. So overall, very good on the ergonomics on both of these instruments. Now, onto the sound, and this is where Rampone are famous. They really do have a beautiful sound, beautiful texture to the sound. It's full of character, texture, weight, and this really helps the cause of the soprano sax in that it's naturally a high-pitched sound with the potential to pierce if you're not careful. But this fullness sort of embodied in the sound helps to counter this effect. So come down and try these instruments. They're absolutely great. And in fact, actually, it was my mother-in-law who inspired me to do a Rampone and Kazani review, because she popped into the shop the other day, a few days ago. She hadn't been here before, and she was wowed by everything we had on display, but she was particularly taken by the Rampone and Kazani saxophone range.